Good morning, everyone. I am pleased to be here at WETSEB 2026 to present our research titled Beyond Vendor Lock-in Hybrid EVM-based Event-Driven Architecture for Cross-Organization Collaboration. My name is MD Ariful Islam, and I am presenting on behalf of my colleagues Samanto Kormokar and Sampot Sikdar from BrainStation 23 PLC, Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today, I want to talk about a challenge that many of us in this room have either already faced or will face very soon. Think about a supply chain management system where each stakeholder is running their own IT infrastructure or maintaining their own cloud accounts. Now, all of them need to do three things together: share data across organizational IT boundaries, trigger events that flow through each other's systems, and maintain a single unified audit trail that every party can trust for reconciliation. The question is straightforward but difficult. Who do all this organization trust to run that shared infrastructure? That is the problem this research addresses. At first, let's briefly discuss the current landscape we are all working in. Serverless computing, also known as function as a service, has emerged as the leading model for the event driven workloads in modern software development. The concept is very simple. Small discrete functions are triggered by events, automatically scaling to match demand without requiring developers to worry about the underlying infrastructure. Instead of maintaining a server that runs 24/7 waiting for a signal, FaaS allows the code to be executed when an event is occurred. Major cloud providers have standardized this model through services like AWS Lambda, Azure Functions, and Google Cloud Functions, which are favored in the industry for their scalability, low operational overhead, and developer friendly abstractions. This architecture performs exceptionally well within a single organization that owns the data, defines the governance model, but the world of enterprise software, having multitude of independent services, does not always look like that. Let's consider a scenario in which a consortium of logistic companies aims to build a shared automated shipment tracking system. Each company has its own cloud account, legacy ERP systems, and data governance policies. In this context, traditional function as a service demonstrate a significant structural limitations. First, consider interoperability. Connecting multiple organizations with traditional FaaS requires significant coordination overhead, including cross-account federation, private network configuration, distributed event routing, and alignment of IAM across organizations. As more participants joins, this infrastructure becomes fragile. Secondly, consider trust and auditability. In multi-organization environment, the audit trail, runtime state, and log records are controlled by whoever administrates the shared infrastructure. Independent verification among participants become much harder. Here you are not trusting the system anymore, but rather a specific organization or administrator. In competitive businesses environment, this is mostly unacceptable. The third and the last one is vendor lock-in. To solve the first two problems, organizations tend to integrate deeper and deeper into a single cloud provider's ecosystem, managed queues, orchestration engines, and proprietary databases. Each integration simplifies the short-term problem, but over time, the architecture becomes so biased that migration becomes so hard. So, in a nutshell, what starts as a flexible modern serverless pipeline quietly becomes a vendor locked dependency that undermines long term neutrality. To address these challenges, we proposed a hybrid model that integrates the Ethereum virtual machine as a complementary coordination layer. The idea is not to replace FaaS, it's to augment a decentralized layer that handles precisely what FaaS cannot, which are shared governance, vendor neutral state management, and independently verifiable auditability across organizational boundaries. Our model is grounded in three foundational pillars. The first pillar is decentralization. Execution and verification occurs on a shared distributed infrastructure rather than on a service which is controlled by a single cloud vendor. No single party owns the coordination layer. The second pillar is immutability. Business logic and state transactions are permanently recorded on chain. The ledger itself becomes the audit log, which is globally ordered, tempered, evident, and independently verifiable by every participant. The third pillar is vendor neutrality. The shared source of truth is accessible and verifiable by every participating organizations, regardless of which cloud provider, database, or runtime environment each organization use internally. Let's explore a significant advantage of using blockchain in this context. The zero ops infrastructure that smart contract inherently provide. Traditional FaaS, despite of being marketed as serverless, still imposes infrastructure responsibilities. Someone must handle maintenance, patching, scaling, and uptime monitoring unless all of them are abstracted through the same vendor, which depends the vendor lock-in problem. In contrast, once an EVM smart contract is deployed, the execution environment requires no infrastructural management, experience no cold start, and cannot be unilaterally taken offline, provided the contract itself is not designed with a administrative kill switch. The only mandatory upfront cost is a one-time deployment gas fee, after which state-changing infrastructure incur per transaction gas cost, while read operation remain free. This always-on operational model is not just a minor convenience. In cross-organizational scenarios, it ensures that no operator can selectively revoke access, eliminate downtime that could disrupt another organization's workflow, and removes any significant point of administrative failure. Essentially, it creates infrastructure that belongs to the shared network rather than to any individual party. Let us now look at the architectural differences. I encourage you to refer to the table 1 in the paper. On identity and permissions, traditional function as a service relies on centralized identity and access management system, such as AWS IAM, which coordinates control under a single operator. In contrast, EVM smart contract utilizes decentralized governance mechanism, including multi-signature wallets, decentralized autonomous organizations, also known as DAO, and standards like OpenZeppelin's Ownable smart contract. This approach distributes the control and requires consensus among multiple parties. On event-driven mechanisms, FaaS uses managed event services such as Event Bridge, SNS, SQS, and so on. In contrast, smart contract function as shared state mechanisms with immutable on-chain events, accessible in real time via WebSockets or indexed by off-chain services such as the Graph. On fault tolerance, fast auto retry mechanism can produce inconsistent output requiring manual reconciliation. Smart contracts benefit from transaction atomicity. Each state changes in either fully completed or fully reverted. There is no ambiguous intermediate state. On auditability, FaaS requires centralized log aggregation, which reintroduces the trust problem we are trying to solve. The smart contract ledger itself serves as an immutable audit log that is globally ordered and can be independently verified without relying on a single administrator. However, there is a clear performance trade-off. Cloud FaaS wins decisively for sub-second latency and massive parallel throughput. Smart contract execution introduces a settlement delay for typically a few seconds per state transaction. This means smart contracts are not designed for high frequency operational workloads. They are designed for coordination, governance, and cases where shared trust matter the most. Let us talk about cost. Traditional FaaS offer highly competitive execution costs. Million of invocation for fraction of a cent. Smart contracts, by comparison, incur gas fees on every write operation. On the surface, this appears to favor FaaS, but raw execution cost is the wrong unit of comparison for the problem we are solving. The more relevant metrics in the total cost of ownership for multi-party coordination, which includes the cost of trust establishment, cross account network infrastructure, federation overhead, and the ongoing operational cost for intermediary services. According to Table 2 in the paper, accessing the AWS API gateway via private link cost between $1 and $3.50 per million requests. Plus, additional egress charges are also added. Whether as blockchain RPC on public network carries zero setup cost, zero egress cost for public data retrieval, and gas fees for write operations at approximately 1 cent per write operation on L2 network. In other words, for the specific use case of multi-party coordination and access, blockchain RPC is not just a competitive but also structurally similar and in many scenarios less expensive at the coordination layer. The choice between FaaS and smart contract is ultimately a strategic decision, not just a cost decision. And in context where trust minimization, shared governance, and cross-organizational neutrality are the requirements, smart contract are the more appropriate tool in this scenario. Now let's talk about the current limitation of our work. This paper is analytical and architectural. We do not yet provide empirical performance benchmarks comparing cloud serverless solution against our EVM-based model. This is an acknowledged gap, and our future work will address this directly. Additionally, using a public blockchain as the auditability layer raises legitimately privacy concern in enterprise context. Sensitive business state transaction may be appropriate for full public exposure. Our planned future work will propose an enhanced multi-party collaboration framework for shared enterprise ecosystems, including empirical evaluations and a hybrid authorization scheme that combines off-chain permission data storage with non-interactive zero-knowledge proofs, preserving both privacy and trustlessness simultaneously. Let me leave you with a clear and direct summary what this paper argues. Traditional FaaS is the right choice when single organization manages the data, governance, and trust boundaries, especially when sub-second latency, high throughput, and PIA handling are the requirements. That architecture is not going anywhere yet. However, when enterprise works at cross-organizational level, when no single operator can be trusted with the audit trail, when vendor neutrality is not negotiable, and when participants need to independently verify a common truth, EVM smart contract becomes uniquely capable. Our hybrid model does not ask you to choose between these two technologies, it asks you to use them together in the role each one is best suited for. FaaS handles the operational throughput layer. The EVM smart contract act as the shared brain, a neutral decentralized layer that captures critical state transactions, enforce collaborative business rules, and provide immutability, an independently verifiable record that every participant in the network can trust. In global supply chains, cross-border settlements, and distributed healthcare systems, if any organization need to collaborate without fully trusting each other, that shared brain is not a luxury, rather an essential infrastructure. Thank you everyone. I look forward to your questions.